Welcome back to another video. I once again, just this week, thought, oh yeah, I'll just set up my phone and I'll do a quick little sketch session on paper with a pen, specifically those multi-pens that I have. No, I turned around, found out it was Monday. How does this keep happening? I don't know, but it does. So the other night, I was laying awake, really awake, and my brain was not being very kind. And I was just like thinking about so many of the things that I need to do or want to do, or things that I gave up on or had to sit kind of on the back burner. And I'm sure a big part of this comes from not being able to continue working on the comic because it scratches some of that itch, makes me feel better. And I also have a lot of things I should be working on that I'm not giving enough time to, or I feel really guilty when I stop other things and try to work on them. So the struggle. The struggle. So yeah, I don't know. I think this is just something that a lot of people deal with, especially if you have other responsibilities. And if you're just someone who gets really nervous to start something, it is very frustrating when you think I could sink so much time into X thing and still end up coming out with not a lot to show for it, or maybe it wouldn't be as good as you maybe hoped it would be. And I know that I definitely have that kind of thing going. A lot of the times I do get worried that I'll put my all into something and it'll take time away from something that was really important that maybe I just didn't clock at the time. So yeah, or maybe it just won't be as good as I hoped and I'll really let myself down. So yeah, it's it's annoying. It's annoying. I laid awake for a long time just thinking about a lot of that stuff and things that I plan to do for a very long time. And I get so excited. Like I really like watching people's project making videos and things because they're so inspiring. They get me so excited. I forever ago when I started my YouTube channel, um, I really thought that I would end up kind of keeping track of some sort of project or something um, through, a vlog style thing, but I just don't really like being on camera. I don't like filming myself. And so I don't know. I mean, there's a lot to that. There's not only that part, but a lot of things just kind of didn't work out. So after everything that happened at the beginning of this year, just trying to figure out how to reach back to the times that I was kind of, I don't know, actually aiming for what I wanted to do and trying to make things work and hoping things would work and getting back to myself, I guess. Which, I mean, it's like it's a whole can of worms, really. But still been trying that. It's to some degree, but I still have a lot of other things I need to do and facing old fears and everything that, put me in the position that I'm in to begin with. So, yeah. I don't know. I don't have too much more to say about that. Well, I do. I could go on forever and try to define what I'm trying to say and lose track of myself like 15 more times and probably say the same thing about 15 more times. But it's not going to get me where I want to be to talk about things. It's either I make a decision and do a funky fresh little deep dive into that and make something happen, or I continue to sit on everything I'm not doing indefinitely. So, anyway, I'll just talk about what I'm drawing. So, last night I was sitting with my pens and I was scribbling And I was drawing some girls because I just wanted to draw the specific rhythms between the upper body and the lower body. I like the twists and stuff in the female body. Um, Probably a bit more on women with a little bit more fat because I really like the way it shows up in the way that the like midsection twists. I just really like how that looks. Very pleasing to me. So I was just drawing some ladies of varying sizes for my imagination. And there was a couple poses that I ended up drawing I really liked. I wish I would have referenced them for a couple of these because some of those little thumbnails that I made actually turned out nice. I like them a lot. So yeah, I just figured I'd draw some ladies, and as I do, I just ended up coming up with some little characters to play off of each other a bit. Her head is small, I make it bigger later. I don't know why I was drawing such small heads. It just happens. It kind of solves itself as I go. Just a common thing for me. So yeah, I drew this character, and the other character's there hugging the pillow. We'll get to see more of her right here. But yeah, I was just coming up with a story for them while I was going. I really like designing characters in pairs, which is pretty funny for me. And I do most of the time, I just draw a lot of characters, like Big Brother characters, I'm gonna be real. Probably just because I've said this so many times, but probably just because I have younger brothers, and I love them, so, you know, there you go. But I thought that these two girls could be friends, and I thought of some stuff that they would go through and thoughts that they kind of deal with together over time. I don't think they're longtime friends. I think they become friends and really learn to understand each other and their difficulties and struggles, and you know, as you do with unexpected friendships. Then because I was having issues with the body, I thought I better just draw something, figure out what their scale is between them. So I thought that I would use like a moment to show that, and immediately messed up. But that's okay. I do think that she's a little shorter than this. I wanted our girl to be pretty tall, the girl with the do-rag, because I don't know, I think tall girls are great, so I was very jealous of some of the taller girls I knew growing up. Excuse me, because I really wanted to be tall, and I only ended up reaching just barely over 5'7". So, such a shame. I really wanted to make it to at least 5'8", and I was gunning for like 5'9", 5'10", but nah, I didn't reach it. So unfortunate. But it's okay, I'm like the tallest out of all of my sisters. So, I'll take it. You know, that cut that I first had in her bangs, I should have kept it because I really like that angle. Just have some off bangs where they slant down to the side. I think that actually would be pretty interesting. So, might revisit that at a different time. So I figured that I would just go in and show more of like the details in the face so that you can see their exact features a little bit more clearly. This is usually how I like to do things. I like to draw very simplified versions of the characters and then figure out their exact faces later, just so the details aren't bogging me down and slowing me up with story moments whenever I'm trying to draw them. Because all that stuff can be changed later on, But if I start out with a face, chances of me getting a little too attached and not wanting to adjust are pretty high. But if I'm just drawing little people, and as I'm drawing, I just slowly change things to make them look closer to how they feel to me, I guess. I really like spades. That's why I just gave her a little spade on the side of her face. It's not tattooed, she just draws it on. I actually want to get some really cool spade earrings or something. Love that. And then I was drawing this girl. I wanted her to come out a little bit more clear. But I just don't think I quite matched her in this very well, which is okay. As I said, you know, just getting the idea, and anything changes over time. What I should have done is probably gone and found some old pictures of myself wearing one of my do-rags, because I used to wear them a lot when I was younger. I do know I've mentioned this before, but I had a flaming 8-ball, just one that only had fire, that was like orangey. I had one with a bunch of skulls on it, one with some bones that was black, and did I have any more? I think the brightest one I had was that orangey red fire one. I think. Yeah. I mean, besides the point. I used to wear a lot of beanies and do-rags and stuff. It's kind of funny because I swear my brothers just followed that path to some degree. Like, every age that I did a specific thing, they're like pretty close on that, which is hilarious. Because one of my brothers is about 5 years younger than me, and the other one is 16 years younger than me. Yes, it is quite a difference. And then, obviously they're like about 11-ish years apart. So, yeah, it's just funny. It's just funny that even with that age difference, there's just like a specific age that we all ended up doing that. So yeah, I'm just filling the canvas a little bit. I wanted to actually give you guys something, and I feel like if I go in and fill what you can see on the screen, it's just a lot nicer than leaving these weird spaces, and it's also nicer for the thumbnail whenever I just export what I'm seeing. But yeah, it gives me more of a chance to just add in what will fit, which weirdly enough gives me more ideas. So yeah, it works out in the end, I guess. This didn't quite resemble her, but that's okay. Still cute. She's pretty adorable. They're both really cute to me in their own ways. I did consider making them like childhood friends, but didn't really work out. And then I figured I would just draw something to fill this space over here, and I thought, what about a beetle backpack? Because beetles are awesome, and I really like backpacks. I have forever. So yeah, and I thought, one more. So we will draw this last one. So I was gonna draw her, kind of trying not to cry, maybe, you know, she's smiling. And then I gave up on that and immediately said, nah, she's gonna be sad, 100% sad. So, yeah, I drew her sad. Had to adjust the mouth a little bit. I always tend to exaggerate the mouth whenever I shift the head. Just most of the time it's just for a cartoony look, but I didn't like it, so. Funny enough, I was actually drawing these in a purple pen too. I didn't even think about that. That might be why I chose purple. So yeah, there it is. That is the finished picture. I hope you liked it. Let me know what you thought. Have a good day or night, and bye.